Fake or fair? Has your ex or his lawyer sent you a settlement offer that sounds good, but something in your gut says this doesn't add up? Today, I'm going to show you how to run that offer through a legal lie detector using artificial intelligence, so you can spot red flags, hidden traps, and missing pieces before you sign anything. I'm Tiffany Lesnick, a domestic violence attorney and survivor, and a legal coach, and I help women just like you stand strong in court against narcissistic abuse. And let me tell you, I've seen more than a few offers that were dressed up to look generous, but were really wolves in sheep's clothing. And speaking of legal coaching and helping women defeat their narcissists in court, this is your last chance to register for my Live Free Legal Coaching groups. So don't delay. It's a 12-week coaching group. It's only $35 a week, and you're going to learn so much incredible information that's going to help empower you with knowledge and confidence. It's going to help you protect your finances. It's going to help you protect your peace and your children. So go to www.livefreelegal.com in order to get signed up before September 5th, because once registration closes, it is closed. So why abusers' offers are dangerous? Abusers often make offers to pressure, confuse, or manipulate, not to resolve fairly. They use urgency, like sign this by Friday, or fear, if you don't take this, you'll get nothing. The language can be vague, legalistic, or conveniently incomplete into their advantage. I've had clients send me offers where the math didn't match the words, or the property division ignored assets we knew existed. Without careful review, you could end up agreeing to terms that harm your custody rights, finances, or future. So how can we use artificial intelligence as your legal lie detector? First of all, AI is not a substitute for an attorney. It is absolutely not a substitute for legal advice, but it is a powerful first line of defense to organize, clarify, and reveal red flags you can then take to your attorney. AI can summarize his offer in plain English. It can spot contradictions between different sections of the offer. It can list missing details. Are there dates that need to be included? Are there amounts that are problematic? What about conditions? Let's say he agrees that he's going to sell the house. Well, how is the house going to be sold? When is the house going to be sold? Who's the realtor that you're going to use? Are there details or conditions that are missing that are going to become problematic for you later? It also highlights vague language that he could use to twist later. For example, a retirement account will be equitably. Well, what does that mean? Most of the time it means 50-50, but to an abuser, equitably might mean however he feels it's most fairly distributed. That type of language can be very, very problematic. Think of AI as your spotlight in a dark room. It won't replace your lawyer, but it can light up every corner so you know what questions to ask. So let's look at some examples in ChatGPT, which is one of the most common or the most popular forms of AI right now. It's not the only one though, so I certainly would encourage you to try some different forms of AI out, find what you're most comfortable with. Another form of AI that women in domestic violence relationships use is Amy Says, and that one is specifically geared to women in domestic abuse relationships. So we're going to use some examples. I want to specifically use an example here using child support. So we're going to take the child support offer and we're going to go ahead and paste that into ChatGPT, and we're going to give AI some prompts, right? So we're going to say, summarize the settlement offer in plain language, highlight any vague or undefined terms. Point out areas where the math or terms don't align or where I may be manipulated or receiving an unfair deal. What questions should I be asking? What should I be thinking about? And then also let AI know that your spouse is abusive, that you've been a stay-at-home mom. Let AI know what state you're in, maybe how many children you have, and what your incomes are. And then cut and paste the offer here. AI will tell you how this offer is manipulative or unfair, and you can prompt it to provide so much more information, including counteroffers or language for a response. But it really helps break down his offer to show you how he's being manipulative or how he's being unfair. You can also use artificial intelligence to cross-check financials. So let's say we take his offer and we want to cross-check. He's told us he's going to pay us $500 a month in child support because that's what's considered fair, and that his attorney has calculated that he only owes $7,000 in back support. Let's cross-check those numbers. We can go into AI and say, based on his terms, calculate the total payment over 5 years at $500 a month in child support. What would my ex owe me in child support arrears? I live in North Carolina, same financial information as before. He has paid nothing in child support. And then what is the likelihood that I would receive attorney's fees? And is $500 a month in child support fair? And then we put that information in, click enter, and we get this beautiful response that really helps us see through whether or not the abuser's offer is fair, and if it's not fair, why it isn't fair, what types of things should we be looking for, what type of responses could we be drafting back to them, or what kind of additional information should we be seeking before we accept an offer or before we put forward our own settlement offer. The same can be said for spousal support or alimony, and also equitable distribution, right? We can put the same type of data in AI for his offer. How much did he offer? How much does he make? How much do you make? How long were you married? What was your role in the marriage? And then help it determine whether or not his alimony offer is fair. The same for property distribution. You can put in what he's offered you in property distribution, and then have AI help you spot the traps in his settlement proposal or a separation agreement. Some common artificial intelligence findings might be undefined time frames. Perhaps in custody, visitation as mutually agreed upon, which is always a recipe for conflict. Or again, as I mentioned, the house will be listed for sale, period. Well, what does that mean? When is the house going to be listed for sale? Is there a deadline? It doesn't say anything about how the proceeds are going to be divided. So is he going to control how the proceeds are split once the house is sold? Who will you use to sell the house? There's a lot of details that are missing that's going to allow him to control how things work after the separation agreement is signed. It can also help you locate missing enforcement terms. So whether it's a separation agreement or it's a court order, what specifically needs to be included to ensure that you can enforce it and your rights and your children's rights will be protected? What is missing? It'll also help you to determine what assets are not addressed. Retirement, vehicles, commissions, bonuses, debts. What are you missing? What are you not thinking about? AI can help you think about and question those things before you sign an agreement that's going to be non-modifiable that you can't get out of at a later time. Also, contradictory clauses that are just going to create confusion at the end of the day. So a custody section that says one thing, but a visitation schedule that says another, or an exchange provision that says one thing for holidays, but maybe says something else for the normal custodial schedule. So AI is a tool that can flag these things in seconds. Then you can go to your lawyer and say, hey, here's what I found. How does this compare to what's fair under the law in my jurisdiction? That shifts you from being reactive to being proactive. So here's some action steps that you can take moving forward. Number 1, don't rush. No matter how urgent he makes it sound, you do not want to rush. Your future and your children's future is at stake. You have time. So slow down, do your research, talk to your attorney, and don't rush through it. Run it through artificial intelligence as a preliminary step before you talk to your lawyer. Free tools in AI can help clarify his language and his offer. Number 3, get legal review. AI is a filter, but your lawyer is the decision maker. You absolutely want to make sure you're not using AI as a substitute for actual legal counsel. And then 4, document your process. Keep copies of your AI outputs for your attorney, for your records, so you are not confused. It'll help save some money in attorney's fees potentially, because all of this background work will already be done. And then 5, pray and pause. Never sign in fear or confusion. You always want to be seeking the Lord's wisdom and discernment before you sign a major legal document that's going to affect your future and your children's future. So if you're holding an offer right now and you're not sure if it's fair, you owe it to yourself and your children to run it through a legal lie detector. AI can't give you legal advice, but it can expose the truth so you can make informed decisions. I teach women exactly how to use AI like this and so much more inside my Live Free Legal Coaching Group. It's a 12-week group filled with court strategy, survivor empowerment, and step-by-step tools to outsmart your abuser inside and outside of the courtroom. It's an actual live group. It's not a video that you watch. It's not taught by artificial intelligence. It's taught by me, a domestic violence attorney and also a survivor. It starts September 8th and registration ends September 5th. If you miss the chance to register for the fall group, we will not have one in the winter, so you will have to wait until the spring. This is your last chance to get registered to help you defeat your Goliath in court, so do not delay. Click on the link in the description to join at www.livefreelegal.com. And if you haven't already, grab my free guide, Top Lies Abusers Tell. Make sure to like us and give us a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss any amazing videos that are coming down the pike. You don't have to do this alone, and you will get through this. I have a new video every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on YouTube at Live Free Legal. I'll see you next week.